Hi, my name is Amy and I wanted to share some details about my dad, Neil Jones. Over the past 20 years, Neil has had back surgeries including multiple disc fusions, surgeries to remove bone spurs from his ankle, and an eventual joint fusion. Too many kidney stones for me to tell you about without making you cross your legs and wince with sympathy. And that's just the half of it. It's rare for there to be at least one operation throughout the year for Neil. This year we thought the worst of it was going to be another knee operation, this time a reconstruction. This procedure, however, has been put on hold. After 6 months of chest pain, in June Neil underwent surgery to remove a growth which had formed at his appendix. When removed, it was approximately the size of a house brick. Along with the growth, they resected a large portion of his colon. A week later, he was diagnosed with appendix cancer, an extremely rare and terminal condition. We were advised that there are additional growths throughout the lining of his stomach which could not be removed in the initial surgery. These multiple growths will further limit the time that we have with him. Neil has handled this diagnosis as he has every other health issue he has faced. He continues to act at all times with extraordinary dignity and positivity. No tears, no yelling. As always, he has been a pillar of strength, supporting his family as we process this heartbreaking news. That is just Neil's nature. He is an incredibly humble, kind, and giving man. Early on after the diagnosis, I asked Neil if there was anything he wanted to do with the time he has left. If money wasn't a worry, what would he want to experience? Where would he want to go? He stated that he just wanted to spend time with his family and friends and watch his team play as many games as he could. That these are the things that mean the most to him, and he will fight for as long as possible to continue to enjoy the most important people in his life. Anything St Kilda related brings a smile to his face and lifts his spirits. The one thing that can change his quiet nature is watching the Saints play. This is when he is at his most animated and rowdy. I think I may have even heard him swear once or twice when watching a game, of course at the umpires. After that initial surgery, lying full of stitches and drugs in the ICU, Neil checked the scores for round 13 when St Kilda played the Gold Coast. An early score check indicated a grave outcome for the Saints, so he slept a little longer. When he woke, it was to see the last moments of the match. He has admitted that the 2-point win brought a tear to his eye. He would tell you now it was the drugs that they gave him, but I know that it was watching his team fight to the end and playing with so much heart that did it. Whilst I know he would have loved to have seen a grand final win in the future, that's no longer an option for him. Now it's a weekly win or a match with a strong performance from one of our young up-and-coming players, which has meant the world to him. Many of Neil's injuries were caused by playing football, cricket, competing in marathons, or later in life, his excessive stationary cycling. Except, of course, the exception being the classic pogo stick incident, which you'll have to ask him about. He has always had a great passion for sport, either as a participant or encouraging his students to get involved when he was a primary school sports teacher. In some ways, I think being a St Kilda supporter is a reflection of the way that Neil has managed his health issues. He is all heart, and he never gives up. I know that Neil strongly empathises with our boys each time they experience an injury, undergo surgery, or contemplate the longevity of their career due to injury. I won't make his head swell and compare his ability to a professional player, but he does know what it's like to push yourself to your limits and beyond. We know that our players show up each week and put their all into the match, no matter what injury, large or small. They get out onto that field each week and they give all that they have to their fans for their teammates and for their club. Neil gets up each day and, despite various and often extreme pain, he puts one foot in front of the other. For the sake of his family, he has never given up. Even now, as he endures a highly aggressive course of chemotherapy with horrendous side effects, he endures this pain for the sake of those he loves. No matter what the team's position is on the ladder, our players put their heart and soul into the game each week, fighting until the time on the clock runs out. For Neil, no matter what the latest PET scan, CT scan, or blood test results indicate, he refuses to give up. He doesn't give up hope for his future, just like he doesn't give up hope for his football team. Like the club history, Neil's life isn't full of premiership cups, but he battles on anyway. Even in the years the team's position on the ladder is not what we wish for, Neil maintains an unwavering hope for the future. It's been a pretty tough season for St Kilda. The ongoing fight must be at times extremely difficult for all involved at the club. Unfortunately, I know that the scrutiny and the criticism will continue. The pressure faced by the club will remain. What will also remain, however, is the love that our family has for the club. I want to say thank you to the players for putting their bodies on the line each week for the club and for the fans. I want to say thank you to the club for giving so much to my dad, who has loved and actively supported the club for over 40 years. With the medical options we have been provided, the chances of Neil making it to next season are slim. If anyone can prove the doctors wrong, it will be Neil. However, this is likely to be his last game. Everything that the St Kilda supporters and the club has done to show Neil's support during this difficult time has truly meant the world to him and to our family. For that, I would like to sincerely say thank you. St Kilda has brought our family joy for many years, but never as much as now, the time when we need as much distraction and hope in our lives as we can get. In particular, I would like to say a very special thank you to Matt Finnis and Kerry Hahn for arranging our attendance at the game on Sunday. A very big thank you to Tom Hickey for taking the time to make a video for Neil. It brought the biggest smile to his face and to the rest of the family. To the players who are taking time post-match to spend time to talk to Neil, thank you just doesn't seem sufficient. I certainly can't express how much it will mean to watch Neil's face light up with joy that you guys are willing to take the time to meet him. It means so very much. My thanks to the players, the coaches and the support staff who keep the club going. You have brought our family joy which cannot be measured. Lastly, thanks to George and Gringo 2011 from the Big Footy website. They are the ones who started making noise to get our family along to the match on Sunday. If anyone ever doubts the passion and camaraderie of the St Kilda supporters, just read the thread on the Big Footy site. Bendigo to Etihad, Rabbit58's journey. Each post has given Neil strength and support. It has made us feel part of a community. Whilst there has been a lot of negativity in the last few months, the supporters' comments show the heart of the St Kilda community. Whilst there are many messages of support for Neil, there is also an ongoing theme that there are fans who have been reminded to step away from the swirl of negativity, to remember the love that they have for their club and focus on what is really important in life. As much as they are hoping for Neil to beat the odds, there is a tone which indicates they also have a renewed faith that their club will do the same. After a long and difficult season, I think that's a pretty important message. All I can say is a sincere thank you to everybody. I know that Sunday is going to be a very special day, and give our family some really beautiful memories. So thank you to everybody involved in making the day happen. We're really looking forward to it and feel very blessed. So thank you.